Today I wanted to talk to you about the role of art in education. And I know that when I said art, most of you probably cringed a little, thinking back to the classes you took when you were in elementary school, where you drew faces and they came out like misshapen potatoes, or at least mine did. But what we didn't know at the time was how influential those classes were really on the rest of our education, such as math and writing and reading. So in today's society, we're so math focused and so reading focused that we forget about art, and we've taken it out of the educational system almost. And what we don't realize is how much of a disservice that we're doing to our children, that we're trying to teach all of these subjects and we're not giving them a foundation. So today I want to talk about 4 main points that have to do with why we should have art in education. They are motor skills, language development, decision making, and inventiveness. So for motor skills, when our children are toddlers, they have kind of benchmarks that they have to meet. And when they're 3, the first benchmark they have to meet, they have to be able to use scissors, and they have to be able to draw a circle. And then when they're 4, the benchmark is to draw a square and to be able to cut in a straight line. And all of these things, they need art to do these things. They can't use scissors or can't draw circles if they don't have crowns or pencils or paintbrushes and they're not in an art class in that setting. And these things are benchmarks, are really foundation for their writing and how, like, their dexterity in their writing. And the next one is language development. And for that, when talking about art, when you draw something or you make a picture, and you're able to talk about it, you're able to express your ideas, and you're able to use descriptive language, and it helps kids build a foundation for their colors and different words and their shapes, and it's going to help them when they get into elementary school after they've read or when they're writing to use those descriptive words even more so. And then the third one is decision making, and when you're making an art project or when you are coloring something, it may seem small, but you're making a decision. They're having to choose a color or choose what kind of utensil they're going to use, like paintbrush or a crayon, to make their art project. So they're having to make decisions. Another way that they can make decisions is through visual learning. Obviously today, with iPads and with smartphones, the first thing that kids see is on a screen. It's a picture. And so it's going to be important for us to teach our children how to make decisions on what they see, because no longer are we teaching them speech first. We're teaching them, here is a picture of their dog or of their best friend, and we have to teach them how to make decisions based on those pictures. The last one is inventiveness, and making art involves being outside of the box. It involves doing things that you may not think will go well, or that it may not work, but you're willing to take that effort and like make that kind of basically just go outside of the box. And it's gonna help them in their long run, in their adulthood life and work. They're not just gonna be there just to follow the rules or to do what their boss tells them. They're gonna be assertive. They're going to take risks. They're going to be able to better develop their career in life. And with how society is going, we're going forward. We need forward-thinking people, and art is a great way to make that foundation for those forward-thinking people. And so basically what I've given you here is a very, very small snapshot of the good and the need for art. How much we may not realize it, but how much our children need it and how much it benefits them. And then also not only to benefit their future subjects, but also that everyone's different. And so not everyone is a math thinker or someone who's really good at writing. Some people are really great at art, and the future career that they have will be in that field. So it's important for us to cater to everyone's learning style and everyone's learning needs, and not just only focus on math or only focus on reading, because we're kind of segregating the kids. We're telling them, you have to do this because this is what we need. And it's kind of limiting them. It's limiting their abilities. And that's not the best way to go about it, at least in my opinion. So thank you for letting me share these thoughts and opinions with you today. And I hope that from me sharing this with you, that you have gotten a little bit of a better idea about the importance of art, and that it's not just something that you can put on your wall that's really pretty, but it's actually necessary for the development of children.